NewsNation's Allie Bradley participated in a ride-along with some lawmakers and the Border Patrol Council to survey a section of the border where people have been crossing. She joins us now. Allie, how did the area look?
Yeah, hi, Elizabeth. So it was a handful of Republican senators that came down here, including the very outspoken Texas Senator Ted Cruz down here. They were here looking at the area ahead of the expiration of Title 42. And of course, there was that anticipated, expected finger pointing between these senators at the Biden administration. But there was also obvious concern over the 150,000 people that DHS says are in Mexican states on the other side of the border, just waiting for their chance at the American dream.
The Title 42 tidal wave that wasn't. Not the scene many expected at 11:59 p.m. along the southern border. Instead, campfires and tents as far as the eye can see in Matamoros. Music heard from across the riverbank in Mexico as the clock struck midnight. Some 22,000 people waiting, many staying put, while others ventured over. Groups like this crossing the Rio Grande, scaling the walls of the riverbanks. Mexican officials urging them to go back, warning the migrants it's too dangerous. Others making it across, waving to our caravan on their final stretch before processing. NewsNation rode along as lawmakers and Border Patrol Council toured a major breach point in Brownsville, just as news broke that a judge blocked the Biden administration's use of a policy to release migrants using parole.
These mass paroles, it's against the law. It's against the law to do that. So we're not going to be able to parole people, and we shouldn't be able to parole people. There are other ways to handle that. All you have to do is cut down on the processing. A lot of the paperwork that Border Patrol agents do can be done by other agencies.
Armed National Guard troops, Humvees, and concertina wire on full display, stretching for miles. The wire, a move under Governor Abbott's Operation Lone Star, blocking the passage of many migrants. Something Texas DPS Lieutenant Chris Oliveira says is hard to watch.
Especially when you see children, but why is this happening? What's happening because, for one, they feel that the border is open because they've seen it for the past 2 years. They have family and friends that have made it across and they're in the country right now, so they feel like they're entitled to cross illegally and enter the border.
Razor wire and the Rio Grande, the only things really stopping more than 20,000 people from crossing the river into the United States, seeking a better life. And you can see discarded things on the ground here as they cross over. Again, willing to risk everything in hopes of the American dream.
Well, with a lot of employment, with a lot of work, a lot of dedication, we came to this country to be part of many, many things.
Roughly 3,000 people crossed in the first 8 hours of the expiration of the health code. And if migrants crossed illegally, DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says they will be removed and not able to return for 5 years. The administration now leaning heavily on Title 8 as the removal authority that has been in place for years.
Now, the first returns under the current Title 8 removal authority happened today, actually, here in the Rio Grande Valley. Sector Chief Gloria Chavez saying that 1,900 migrants were actually apprehended over the last day or so, and 1,800 of them, Elizabeth, were processed and removed under Title 8. Now, they did have the option to turn around and go back to Mexico on their own volition, and that is what they chose to do instead of entering into formal removal proceedings.
All right, Allie, thanks so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.